What's up, fellas? It's your boy Ayindei from Authentic Alphas, and I'm here with the beautiful
Laura.
or so she says. And how old are you?
I am 23 years old.
Okay, and you are single, married, in a relationship?
I am in a relationship.
Okay, in a relationship. And where are you from originally?
New York,
What part of New York you from?
Westchester County.
Okay, that's the suburb, guys. That's where the good
Okay,
girls
but
are.
wait, no. I grew up in the Bronx and the Queens. Let's clear that up
okay.
first, okay? Thank you. You're come for me.
Being from the suburbs is a good thing. I don't know why she's defensive
Because
about that.
everybody says that. They're like, oh, you're from New York. Oh, the suburbs.
Well, I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. And when I'm looking for girls, that's where I go. Where she's from is where I go looking for girls. So that's a good thing. All right, so I guess go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living? What do you want to do in the future? And then also, do you plan to be married? And if so, at what age?
What age? Wow, that's a lot of questions. Okay, so future plans. Well, currently I'm trying to work my way to become a trainer and get a clientele. I'm still in college. I'm going to school for forensic science, so there's that. It's quite a ride. Marriage, yes, I do want to get married. Age-wise, like I wouldn't give it an age. I don't think that you could put an age on getting married. Gotta find the right person. It has to be the right time, and you gotta really know them because that's important. You can get in a whole relationship and think you know that person, then 2 years in, you're like, damn, that wasn't the right person that I should have been with, or I wasted my time or whatever. But it's always like it's a lesson learned.
Sounds like good advice for men, but for a woman, there's definitely an expiration date. So I'm gonna ask you this: at what age do you think your prime real estate? Like, at what age are you at your maximum value to a husband?
27.
What?
Like 27. I want to have kids.
No, not you. What he wants to a guy. You're most valuable at what age?
Like your early 20s.
Not necessarily, but I'm just saying. What do you think?
Personally, like your early 20s, like in your 20s, like until you're 27, that's when you're good, and then after that, you kind of, things start.
So
to
you
disintegrate.
wanna get married right when you're at the expiration, right when
if it
when the
doesn't
milk is
happen-
like 2 days from expired. You're like this milk is gonna be expired in the 27th.
No.
Better drink it up. No.
Can't. No.
Okay.
I mean, like you can go to 30s or whatever. People get married at 35. It just honestly depends the person
I'm not
you're
talking
with.
about when people get married. I'm talking about when do you think you're the most valuable to a dude?
For me, I would
For
say
marriage, at least.
For marriage, 30. At that point, 30. You think later?
I think if you're already married, I think 30 would be a great age because you would have developed somewhat. He would have been able to coach you and train you and get you to be, cater to him. So I think maybe if he marries you by 27, maybe if he was with you at 24, 25, 26, married you by 27, I think by 30 in the marriage you would be
perfect.
Not perfect, but I'm just saying by then you guys kind of know what you're doing.
I think it just depends, honestly, when you got when you got in the relationship and what your plans are, because some people don't even want to get married, so it just depends. But I would say 30 is a good.
Okay. I'm not trying to change your number. I just wanted to know what
my number was 27. You made me go back to 30. So
that's worse. 30 is worse than 27. Okay. Well, anyway, at least she plans on getting married. So let me ask you this: as far as getting married, give me some of the criteria required for you to be comfortable marrying a man. And how are you with the independence thing? Are you looking to be the breadwinner? Are you looking for a guy to be the breadwinner? What percentage of household expenses, I should ask, are you willing to spend? Or would you be, I shouldn't say willing to spend, that you would be comfortable
spending? Okay.
Right.
To be honest, I'm not the type of person where like I don't like taking money. So I know that's like a whole controversial thing, like the man should pay for this, blah blah blah. I feel like there should be almost an equal when it comes to that stuff. But then again, if the man does want to go work and he wants you to stay home and do house tasks and do that stuff so that he's good when he does come home, you guys can make that work. But realistically, I wouldn't care to be like to work. I would personally, I would want to work. I would want to go do something with my life to benefit myself, to have a future in doing certain things. I would just want to sit home.
Right, but as far as the expenses is concerned, though.
Why are you asking?
No,
I know.
No, because I mean, you could want to work for for some type of gratification. You could want to work doing something that you're interested in, passionate about.
That doesn't get that much.
It's not even about whether it gives much or not. That's like something completely separate. The living expenses and lifestyles provided for you is by your husband. And if he wasn't providing that, then essentially what would be your need to get married? Why would you need to get married? You could just have a boyfriend.
This is true. I think that this is a good question. Fuck. Okay. I think that the need to get married is like what we're calling it. It's a need. It's not really
right.
It's not a want or a must. If you want to get married to somebody, it's because they have something to offer. They have, or you had a child with them, and you want to have a family, or they have to offer you money, and they're gonna provide for you and do all those those manly things.
Well, it should be a mutual goal. Marriage
You
should
wanna
be
grow
about.
together.
It should be working towards building and maintaining a particular life.
Yeah, and you want to grow together and build a life and
Right,
have
exactly.
kids and help each other in your careers and all that. But at the same time, like if you don't, like you said, you might as well just keep them as a boyfriend if you don't have that.
Well, I mean, if it's not a
desire.
plan, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's not a plan, and I'm not saying that the guy necessarily has to pay a majority of the expenses. I'm just saying, where are you with that? As far as what would make you feel comfortable and free to do your thing. So 30%, 40%, 50%,
I say 50-50.
10%.
I say 50-50.
50-50?
Yeah. I've never been the type of person that could be like, you're going to pay for this stuff. It depends the type of woman you are. If you're a hustler and you like to grind for your own money and pay for your own stuff, it just depends who you are.
It's a unicorn. So, okay, let me ask you this. At what age were you when you moved out of the house with
17.
your parents?
17.
So you moved out at 17, and you grew up with your mother and your father?
Okay, no.
Who?
I grew up with my mother, lived with her, my dad on and off, whenever it convenienced him.
So when you did live with your dad, it was only him, or he would
I had a
be with you?
stepmom.
So he remarried.
He remarried, yeah.
Okay, so he remarried her. But you still moved out on your own at 17 and got your own place, lived with a man, or had a female roommate.
With myself.
So you just moved 17 straight on your own place.
Yeah.
Oh, well, see, that's where the independent streak comes from, and they're like paying for your own shit.
I was ready to go.
Okay. All right, so, but we have to fill them in. We actually just had a workout. We had a leg workout.
Yes, my legs are sore. That's why I keep switching legs.
Yeah, so she might be a little sore there. So let's talk about the importance of fitness, maybe to you as an individual for a little bit. But what we're more interested in is the value of fitness as far as relationships are concerned, attracting the opposite sex, being attracted to the opposite sex. What are your views on that?
Well, so for my own self, I think that, everybody works out for themselves for a goal, to either keep themselves healthy, mentally, physically, and also to make, time pass by and just, have kind of like a niche, something to do for yourself that's going to improve yourself. Now, when it comes to the dating world, that's that's a whole other aspect.
Well,
Obviously.
let's get into that aspect. So you like what type of guys? And now, I don't want to answer that you thought about. I'm talking about...
I didn't know we were doing this topic.
I'm talking about describe the guys that you're attracted to physically. That you don't even have any control over this. It's not premeditated. It's just the guys that make the kitty cat jump are like what?
So you have to work out. I had this mindset that I cannot date anybody that doesn't go to the gym. I did that once, and that down.
He has to go to the gym, or he has to be athletic.
Oh, he has to be a bodybuilder. Like he got to be.
Oh, he has to be actually legit.
Yeah,
Okay.
he got to be big.
I told you, motherfuckers, get in the gym.
Not has to, but he has to have some, build on him. He can't be he can't be like my arm. That's a no go. You gotta have some build on you, and I prefer, a little melanin in your skin.
Okay. And height wise, because you're pretty tall.
Yes.
You're She's 5'9".
Yeah,
so.
I'm tall. 6 foot.
So
Yeah.
and I think that's reasonable in her position, because
Yeah.
if you're a tall girl by yourself, you're just a big bitch.
Yeah. Like,
But when you're with a tall guy, everyone else looks small.
Yes.
That's the difference. When
Yeah.
you see a girl that's 5'9", 5'10", and she's with a guy that's 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3",
different.
they make everyone else look like the problem.
Yeah,
They make everyone else look like tiny. But when the girl is tall and she's by herself, you're like, that's a tall, cumbersome bitch right there.
Look at her.
Yeah, So I see how taller females, they actually need
Yeah, we
a
do.
tall guy.
Even to
balance their shit out.
Exactly, but even to also feel like secured in a sense. Like I'm not like 5'7". What are you gonna do? I have my own.
Yeah, dagger. So and then also, I think that actually kind of is a similar relationship to the gym, because when girls start working out and they increase their strength and they're improving their lifts, they're moving weight around, they tend to become attracted to only guys now who are training because that guy is stronger than her. So if a girl's already squatting and she's doing all this kind of stuff,
you gotta squat more than us.
Right.
You gotta do more. There's no way.
Exactly.
If I can out squat you, I'm like that.
Right.
No.
I noticed that consistent, you know what I'm saying, trait that once girls get consistent in the gym, now they're like only interested in guys that are as or more consistent in the gym as them, because they need the guy to be more.
You have to be more than what I'm doing. If I'm doing this and you're doing less, I'm gonna question your gym skills, and like it's just when you start going to the gym, you start getting this not masculine energy of yourself, but a little bit. You're trying to build yourself and be strong and kind of have more of a dominant look and figure.
It's a dominant thing, and I think that applies to anything. If a female is a lawyer, she's not gonna fuck with a lawyer that's less accomplished than her. He has to be winning more cases. He has to be with a bigger, better firm. So in other words, when you're dealing with women as the man, you always got to be more. You always got to be taller. You always got to be smarter. You got to be a better leader. You know what I'm saying? You got to make more money. You know what I'm saying? Well, more successfuler. So everything got to be more. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about the value in long-term relationship, because that's just the attraction part, right? So if a guy is muscular, he has wide shoulders, big chest, yes, he might make the coochie wet, obviously, but that's a temporary thing, right? Box juice is temporary. So what do you think the value of fitness is and a fit lifestyle in a long-term relationship? In other words, do you think fit couples have a potential to last longer than the average?
Well, you know what they say, workouts together, you do it all together.
Are you train together, stay together kind of thing?
Okay. Realistically, I don't believe that, fit couples will last longer just because they're fit couples. That doesn't make sense. You're still two different people. Imagine you didn't go to the gym and you still met. You're still the same people that met each other in or out of the gym. But I feel like that the gym kind of gives you more of a connection to one another. Not for nothing, the gym is like kind of a sanctuary for certain people, and when people who go to the gym, they have a purpose, there's a goal, and they're driven for something, or they have a reason to be there, and that other person does too, and you understand that connection, you understand that, and that's how you kind of meet. Majority of the people meet, I met my boyfriend through fitness, and that's how we first connected, that's how we first got to start talking to each other. So there was a connection just there, and that's what started the relationship. If there was nothing there, if there wasn't fitness there, it wouldn't have happened. I do believe that fitness.
But it did happen. So let's talk about the approach. How did he approach you when you met?
So actually, the first time he hit me up through Instagram.
He saw you in person, but still hit you in Instagram.
I don't know if he saw me. He said he had saw me like out, I think, but he slid in my DMs twice. And at that time, I actually had a boyfriend, so I dubbed him. And then he did it a third time, and I was like, hey, you know what? Let's go for shits and giggles.
So you got a waiting list boyfriend. Okay.
Stop. Okay. But after that, we worked out and we shot some videos together, and we liked each other's company. But at first, it was based off of fitness. Or I could pull up a first conversation. It was literally, you want to do a fitness video together? And I was like, all right, let's do it. And that's how everything started.
So you've been with your boyfriend how long?
Like 11 months.
And she still has the text messages.
Yes.
So duly noted. I told you, girls do not erase their text.
Well, we got a file, guys. A file up here.
I don't know why. Wait, hold on. Let's get into that. Why don't girls erase their fucking
Because
messages?
Listen, I'm ready for this one. Okay, one, because first it reminds us of like cute shit you guys would say to us. That's one, and it's important. The more like cute stuff you guys will say to us, we'll screenshot it and we'll look at it. We'll be like, but we'll look back on that stuff. But secondly, it's also to see the memories. Like a year from now, and be like, oh my God, baby, like remember how you used to talk to me? Remember what you used to say? Or it's also kind of for our advantage. Like if you used to talk to me a certain way, and now you don't, be like, listen, on this day at this time, you said this to me, and you was being sweet, but now you don't. What's the switch up? Yes. I just recently did that.
We all just learned something.
100%.
All right, so you guys got to keep your notes too.
Keep it file, for real.
I don't erase messages either, but I don't erase messages between anyone.
Yeah.
For other reasons. But that is interesting what she just said. You can go back and kind of be like, so this is the shit that I was kicking. This was what was working.
But even like pictures or anything. But text messages like say a lot, especially like if you're trying to like swindle me in the beginning and this is what you said and now you're treating me like crap and be like, yo, this was you 3 months in, this is you a year in. Like what's the Who are you trying to fool?
All right, let's say you're mad at your boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Right? Not because he did something extreme, but let's just say you're in a bitchy mood, which women tend to be in all the time. This is relationship struggles. What is something that he can do that is just gonna shut all that shit up? Where it's like you're mad at him yourself, but if he does these things, some examples of some things that he could do where you can't even like be mad at him like in that moment. Like you got to give him at least 24 hours, 48 hours of pleasant peace.
And that he has to do for me?
That doesn't have to do. I'm just saying something he could do catch you off guard where you'd be like, oh fuck, he did this. All right, now I'm not even mad.
Okay. So since in our relationship, I like do all the house stuff. I do all the things that are laundry, dishes, cleaning, cooking, all
As
that.
you should.
There you go. And I
hold
like
on.
to do those things.
Time out. And you're 23?
Yes.
23 cooks and cleans. I'm just saying they exist.
Laundry, everything,
Okay,
the whole
go ahead.
10 yards.
All right, go ahead.
Because I know that at the end of the day, he's also going to work, even though I am too. At the end of the day, your man is going to appreciate that a lot, and he's going to be like, damn, she's doing this. And if he ever, by what it means, tries to go somewhere else, to be like, she don't do this, I had this, and she don't do this.
Yeah,
it's important.
but then can he come back though? If he like goes to sample some other shit, he can't come back. He can't come back.
No, you can't go back. If you put the thing in the kitty, and you're bye.
Really?
No,
I don't think so. I don't believe that.
I would never take him back.
For you, that's a deal breaker.
If you cheat on me, or if you do any of that,
Well, not even cheat, but let's say you guys were like on one of those little short breaks that
if
people
you're on a
take.
short break and you took a break and you were able to go have sex with somebody else in like a week span, what the fuck was I to you?
What do you mean? That other person's just sex. That's backwards.
Anyways,
That should make you feel better about yourself.
Back to what we were saying about what.
Hold on. That says a lot. That says that he was that invested in you, and you were that.
But why did you have to leave to realize and then come back? Why did you have to leave? Why did you have to get it to that point?
No, it's like that. Sometimes it's like that.
But I get that. But what to me, it's the mindset. Like, why did you have to go out and go have sex with somebody and do that?
It's not about the sex though. That has nothing to do with it. It's actually everything besides the sex. He was like, "Damn, the sex was all right. It was good, but everything else is nothing else
There's
there.
no substance.
I might as well go back to my girl, right?" So
I guess
he had to.
There would have to be a lot of convincing. I'll tell you that much.
He had to go get a free assessment.
Yes.
He had to go get a quote. But here's the thing, though. If he didn't like share too many resources with this individual, you shouldn't be upset, because the sex is like that's neither here nor there. You having sex with someone else, that's an issue. That's a deal breaker. Like, oh, I was gone for a week and you already had another sausage in the bun. That's an issue. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
Now, if he was gone for a week and another guy's taking you out, another guy's spending money, another guy's buying you gifts and stuff, it's like, oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, hey. If that guy wants to do all that, that's on him. I didn't give him any pussy.
Yeah.
Right? And it's the same thing with your boyfriend. If another girl gave him some coochie for no commitment, no investment, that's on her. Yeah. But if he was buying her stuff and paying bills and stuff like that, it's like, whoa, it's been 2 weeks, you're already paying another girl's fucking cable bill? That's crazy.
I'm going to keep it a buck. I to even think that you had sex with somebody else that wasn't me doesn't sit right with me.
Okay, what's your sign?
We're not doing this.
What's your sign? Are you Scorpio?
No, I'm not.
What's your sign?
Try and guess.
A what?
Try and guess.
Oh, I was like, what?
I'm right here.
I thought you made up a 13th sign. I was like, a triangle guess?
No.
The fuck is that?
Try and guess.
All right. Well, you're definitely not a Libra. You're not fair at all. I don't know, but I think you're being a little bit possessive. I think the fact that you're that possessive means you take them back.
What's mine is mine.
No,
but when you're done, I'm done. But when I'm done. Like I will never. Especially if I leave you, I'm done.
So they say. So she says.
I'm a Taurus.
So she says. All right.
You heard? I'm a Taurus.
Oh, I was married to a Taurus. That means you're very stubborn.
I like my ways.
I mean, the stubborn could be good if you're.
But I'm very like. I'll listen. Like I'm very understanding, so I'll listen to your reasoning, and we'll talk about. I'm a very communicative
and then say
person.
You don't give a fuck.
But that's the thing, is that I could either be like super shallow or really love you. Like I cannot give a fuck about you, or I could really love you. But if I get to the point where I don't give a fuck about you, I don't come back from that. Like I don't care.
Okay.
It's scary. Okay.
Now
next.
let's talk about this. Now in the relationship, who's the lead and who's the dominant? Or do you think that this is like some kind of democracy and
no, he's dominant. He's the lead. He's no.
So 100%.
Literally, yeah.
So you're fine with
100%. I want him to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're fine with using other means to get what you want and to get your point across, being a little bit more passive rather than being overt.
Yeah.
Because I mean the women have a lot of power in the relationship. It just
you do.
It's
but
expressed differently.
Yeah, that is true. But when it comes to power and the man, I want him to take that role because personally, before was in a relationship and I had to be the man in the relationship. I had to be the assertive one and make the decisions.
Well,
I don't
want or need?
What do you mean?
Well, why would you want the guy to be a lead if you're capable of doing it on your own? So
sometimes it's nice to just have to like take a step back and be like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about this. He's gonna worry about it. And he's gonna take care of it.
Right. So you'd rather just be the guy's responsibility.
Not responsibility, but like you can make decisions, and I'll be like, okay, yes or no. Yeah.
So you just want the power of choice, and basically he has the responsibility.
I don't like making decisions. Like when it comes to that stuff, like if you're gonna ask me, like the question, where do you want to go eat, babe? I don't know. Just fucking
every
pick.
girl struggles with that.
No, but
so you're indecisive.
Just pick for me. I don't give a fuck.
So you want a man more decisive than you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, but he's not that.
He's not decisive?
He's decisive, but like on things he wants. Like.
So he doesn't know you well enough to decide for you.
Yes.
Paying attention to details.
Yeah, if you show a girl that you are listening to her and you remember certain things,
take notes because it's hard to remember.
Put it in your files.
Yeah, what she's talking about is not realistic. I'm not gonna remember all this bibble babble. So you got to take notes, guys.
Like the smallest things, even if you remember what her freaking order is, like for a sushi roll, like the smallest things will go a long way. You remember what she told you 2 months ago about her freaking dog or whatever, or her old dog's name?
That's because she's constantly comparing you to past men. That's what that is. So when you are paying attention to detail and the last guys didn't, you're kind of like you're
stepping up.
Yeah, you're a step up. Yeah, you step up, and it's going to be harder to leave you because you become more irreplaceable, so to speak. All right, so let's try this because I know you were telling me earlier that like money isn't that much of a priority to you as far as choosing and keeping a man. So what are the priorities that become before money? I'm not going to ask you to put money in some type of order because we all know that money is essential. It's very important. So but let's try to find 3 things that you think are more personable to you, more important to you in a man. 3 qualities or 3 provisions.
Okay. One has to be being like emotionally invested. Does that make sense? Like being emotionally available.
Those are 2 different things. You want him to actually be emotional, or do you want him to just be available to you for your emotions?
Both. If you're an emotionless guy, that's like super unattractive.
Okay.
You have to be emotional, like in the right circumstances and situations.
Right.
Like show me you're not just like a man. Like show me there's more substance to you.
Well, men have feelings, so don't be tone deaf. Is what you're saying.
Basically, yes. Just be present and be able to know how to deal with emotions.
You're gonna always hear girls say stuff about being present. Okay.
Anyways, so
I'm gonna do a video on that and tell you guys how to be present, because a guy being present is not the same as
being emotionally available.
What a woman being present is not the same thing. But there's a way for you to satisfy. There's a way for you to satisfy her request in that. With women, it's not so much what they say, it's what they mean. What they say is not necessarily what they mean to you, because we use words different. We have a different vocabulary. So I'm going to talk to guys later about being present. But it is important to be present.
Yeah.
Or to at least do what women consider a man being present, being in the present, as opposed to what we're actually doing, which is trying to build, plan, and coordinate the future. So to a woman, that comes off as you're not in the present, you're not enjoying the moment. You're worrying about other things that are yet to come. But obviously, someone has to steer the ship, or you're gonna end up shipwrecked. All right. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about children, because that's what sex is for. So how do you feel about children?
I want children.
You want them?
Yes.
How many?
2, 3.
Oh, okay, 2 or 3. Okay, and by what age?
I better have 1 by 27.
1 by
at
27.
least
okay.
1 by 27.
Now let's talk about the importance and the role of the parents. Now, could you see yourself having a baby with a guy that you would at some point in time take him to court for child support? Like, is that even a possibility for you?
I personally don't believe in child support like that. I grew up where that was a big thing, and it made things worse, and also the child support wasn't used for your child. So I don't believe in child support. I believe that, for example, my boyfriend, he has a daughter, and he does everything he needs to do so that he doesn't pay child support. So he buys her everything she needs: food, clothes, school, glasses, guitar lessons, whatever she needs, it's done. Which is more than what child support is.
And the child support is
requesting.
the mother's using the child support for her own shit. So he has to buy those things because she's not buying those things with the child support.
I don't believe child support should be a thing for the mother, for the father, whatever, because they can go both ways. If the father has full custody,
child support should be a thing. The government shouldn't be involved in it.
You have your own rules, make your own decisions, but at the same time, if you're with somebody that you know you can trust and all that, and that will provide for your kid, one, you should not be having kids with somebody that is not going to provide for your child. But if you know you have
that's
that
what I was getting
relationship-
at.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't. That shouldn't even be. That shouldn't even.
Like if
even
you got to drag
happen.
this guy to court for child support, you pick the
why are you
wrong
with
guy.
him?
That's where I was trying to go with it.
They have to do it on their own, and they have to
Right.
be able to be like, okay, if by any chance we do divorce or we aren't together, and I'm just your baby daddy, I will be able to give you X, Y, and Z for this month for my kid, or I will do this for my kid for this month.
Or you could just stay the fuck together for the kid. That'd be nice. That'd be nice too.
If you know,
But,
it's healthy.
Yeah, she just dropped a bunch of truth bombs.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna drop one more that a lot of people just, for whatever reason, don't know. It should be common knowledge. The courts get a large percentage of child
yes.
support money.
Oh my God!
So
yes.
they're incentivized to do this bullshit. It's a business. Like, hello. So not only is the mother a lot of times misappropriating the funds, but also the government's getting a cut. The court system's getting a cut. Anyway, so all right. So we established that you do want to have the kids and stuff like that, and we also established that you believe the man is the lead and he's making the decision. So you don't have a problem with him running the household and having that place in the children's lives as well.
Yeah.
So you understand that the father is essential in the children's.
It's very
life.
essential, especially if you didn't grow up with one. You want your kids to be able to have.
Well,
it's even more important for a woman that didn't have a father figure in her life
Right.
to be able to have for her kids.
Well, I don't think it's any more or less important. I think.
But when you don't have it, you
I think
miss
she
it
should
more.
know. I think she should just know the value. Well, she should know the absence of it.
Yes,
I should say.
what your kids would be missing if they didn't have
Right.
it.
The girl that had a good father, she knows the value of it. But there's a lot of people that do grow up with their father. The problem is the father was like,
not there.
he wasn't present.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Or he was working, or
right,
he was
exactly.
doing
So
this,
he
and
didn't
yeah.
participate much, and it's like those are the only people that I could imagine not understanding the importance of the value of a man, because they actually did have a father, didn't do much.
Yeah.
So it's like, he wasn't really essential. He wasn't really that necessary.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones that didn't have one at all or had a great one, I think should be able to reflect and say, my life either wouldn't have been as good without my father, or it would have been much better with the father.
Yeah.
All right. So we got all those things pretty much ironed out. So I got to ask you something controversial, or not controversial, but inappropriate. So, okay, the value of dick size.
Okay. Width is more important than length.
I already knew that, but maybe they didn't know that.
Yes, width is more important than length. Honestly, it's how you use it.
What I wouldn't do for some more girth, you know?
Yeah.
I don't get any complaints, but just knowing that wider is better, I'm just like, well, damn, I'm
doing okay.
I want to be wider. If wider's better, I want wide. Yeah. Well, anyway. All right. So length, not really that big of a deal.
I mean, I don't use like this is too small, but like 5.
Okay,
five,
minimum.
What's
the minimum? Because
minimum 5.
Really?
Minimum 5.
I hear minimum 6.
6, yeah. I mean, I'm being nice, but like if you have girth and you also have 5, then yeah, that's fine. But
yeah, but when women say that minimum 6, I'm like 6. I'm like, if I woke up and it was 6, I would jump off a fucking roof. Like 6. No, I'm just.
Is 6 too big?
No. Listen, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just being honest. When I was growing up, I thought 6 was small. I thought 6 was struggle.
Yeah.
I thought you were suffering. And then.
Well, honestly, I mean 5. That's what I'm saying. Like 6 is average. If you.
I mean, I wouldn't know what average is. I'm not like doing the research. But anyway.
But yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some hate crimes in my life. Like, wow, that's a hate. Why is this man not committing suicide? Like, kudos to this man, because he must have found another outlet in life
that's
worth
worth
living for. Because what I couldn't imagine.
It's sad.
Less than 6.
Yeah.
5. You said minimum of 5.
Yeah.
5 sounds like Suicide Watch to me. That's what it sounds like. I feel like you would have to watch this guy. Like, hey,
5,
Frank,
like,
you all right, Frank? You need anything?
Like,
Frank, get away from that ledge, Frank.
Okay, even better. If I'm with you, no, it can't be. If I'm dating you, it can be 5. Like if I'm like one night stand and like I didn't know I was getting this. Okay, 5. If I
So
can't,
5 is forgettable, but it's not. You give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. I mean, I don't have a choice. It's not like I know before I'm there. So I'll be like, okay,
we'll
yes.
see.
But if I'm dating you,
we'll see what your hip game is like. Let's see how you move.
anyways, okay.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. So what else now? All right. Okay, what is the shortest amount of time it's ever taken you to orgasm? Obviously with a man, not by yourself, because the fuck, you know what you're doing, but like by yourself.
Shortest amount of time?
Yeah, shortest amount of time. Like start the stop clock now. What's the shortest amount of time?
I'd say like 4 minutes.
Okay, who's this guy? Where's this guy?
My boyfriend.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. I got that nigga beat. I got 2 minutes somewhere. Somewhere I got 2 minutes.
But it depends what you're doing though. Like it depends if you're, having sex or.
Well, it depends on the girl, because that's only happened to
Yeah.
me one time where I was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it depends.
Never again though.
But it depends also because sometimes you're more in the mood, or sometimes you're more sensitive, and sometimes
Really?
yeah, 100%, 100%.
4 minutes is pretty good though. That sounds pretty
Yeah.
fucking good.
He's gonna watch it and be like, yes.
4 minutes.
You're doing a good job, babe.
All right, let me think what else. Okay, favorite position. Keep in mind she's 5'9", so that's the relevance of it. Think in those terms.
Okay, so shit, I'm not gonna go describe it, but it's not missionary, but like when your legs are up and he's holding them. Like,
I know exactly who's.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah,
It's
that.
like a reverse wheelbarrow kind of thing.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
what
there
you're
you
talking
go. Or
about.
like when your knees are like folded like this and he's pushing down your stomach and then,
Wait, explain that. I might have learned something new. Wait.
So
say
like
what now?
the guy's here
Uh-huh.
and we're like on our back and he takes your legs and he pushes down your stomach.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like to cross the legs.
Oh,
Kinda like
like
a pretzel
this?
kind of thing.
No, like this.
No,
and
what
they're
you're
there.
saying, but with the legs.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice too.
I feel like I get a little bit more.
Depth. Range.
We'll save that for another episode.
Okay.
Save that for another episode.
I'll come back.
Okay. Okay. What else? Frequency of oral. Is it a necessity in a relationship? Is it like, yo, if this guy doesn't fucking eat the cake, I'm gonna get a divorce? Or is it something that it's neither here nor there?
I think it's important. I think it's very important. If you're not doing it, then there's a problem. Either there's a problem with you or there's a problem with them.
Is it a entree, or is it just an appetizer?
What do you mean?
Like, is the value of it just the foreplay and just the time and effort being spent, or is it within itself an essential activity and stimulation?
I feel like it's in itself one thing. I feel like it has to be, not has to, because obviously you can have sex without doing that. But if you're, taking your time and you're having, a duration of time of sex, you are going to want to switch it up and not just, have sex the whole time. Like, yeah.
Okay. For me, I think it's like stretching before a workout. It's just kind of like something you do before to kind of
Yeah. I mean, no, I think it's important. I think it's important. I mean, it's a part of your sex life and connecting. So.
For me, it's two extremes of the other. It's either a girl that you're just starting to deal with, that you like a lot, like a lot. There's a lot of chemistry and a lot of attraction, or it's like you're in a relationship and you're trying to maintain the
The volume.
Like, no, not volume, but you're trying to like show the effort, and you're doing your job. You do your job well. You're not getting lazy, so to speak, because that's a lot of women's complaint in a relationship, is that the guy tends to start getting kind of lazy.
Yeah, but girls could too.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell me.
No, we'll talk about that a different
Tell me
time.
about it. Yeah, but I think that's a little bit
time.
different, though. I think that's an attraction thing. It's like, how attracted is she to her dude? I think.
Yeah, that.
In my experience,
also just being lazy.
In my experience, because you don't want a girl sucking your dick because it's a chore or duty. You want her doing it because that turns her on.
You want to do it.
Right,
Exactly.
she enjoys it. So what I'm saying is, for a woman to get lazy in the relationship sexually, I think that's her losing attraction and desire and arousal. Whereas the guy, he could be very much attracted and aroused by his girl, but if he can get in and get out in a shorter period of time and get back to PlayStation sleep.
A lot of it plays into a factor, but yeah, I agree.
I mean, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy from the guys. All right, so I think we got pretty much everything. I want to say. I think we got everything. So.
Oh yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
girth, size,
Yeah.
sex.
We just got to get you pregnant by 27.
It'll happen.
We got to get you engaged and married and pregnant all by 27. So we got 4 years to get it done.
It's okay. I'll get done.
Could you see yourself marrying the guy that you're with?
Yes, if things were to improve in our relationship, but that takes time.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, because that's another step up.
Yeah.
So what more are you going to bring to the table than what you're already bringing?
I can't bring any more thing more. I've brought everything. That
Okay,
I
well
have.
now we got to hear what it is that you bring. What did you bring? What did you bring to the table? What's in your picnic basket?
My picnic basket. One, I bring sex. I bring physical pleasure. Two, emotional. I'm there for you emotionally. I cook. I clean. I do everything that you need me to do. Third, in the relationship that I have, I take care of your child as well, because that's a part of your life. So that's a part of my life. I make sure that you're good. I make sure that you are being fed. I make sure that you have someone to talk to, or that you're bouncing ideas off, or your career. Everything. Honestly, everything.
Can't say everything. You have to list them, because everything is like
It's too much to list right now.
It's too ambiguous. Everything.
I mean, I'm sure there's things that I could.
I mean, the list
also,
is you're doing pretty good so far with the list. You didn't put forgiveness on there, but you know.
I will not forgive.
What?
No, we're not getting into
So
that.
you're gonna build and maintain a relationship.
I'll
and
forgive
then,
certain things, but
and
if
you're
you
gonna let
cheat
it.
on me, no, I'm not forgiving that.
I think you're putting way too much value in this sex with another girl thing.
I am, because you're not having
think-
sex with anybody else.
I think you're putting way too much value in. I mean, you're gonna throw all that other stuff away just because. I mean, granted, he's not supposed to. Well, he damn sure ain't supposed to get caught. But I mean,
Yes.
he's not. He shouldn't be. That's a hell of a gamble, risk that he's taking. But are you gonna really just be like,
Yes.
you fucked it all up, and now it's
Yes.
over? Or you're gonna
Yes.
be like,
that I'm being stubborn. I'm saying yes.
you're not gonna give no opportunity for him to
No.
get back in
No.
in control of
Fucked
this
up.
shit.
No, you put your dick in another girl's vagina. No. And that's my last take on that.
Wow, that's a deal breaker. But she's willing to help out with another woman's kid, so I guess that's a good trade-off. I mean, I guess I could take it. I just wouldn't get caught. Me personally, I wouldn't get caught. You'd never know. Anyway, all right, so that's about it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Let's work on that pregnancy, all right?
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, we're out of here. Peace.
Bye.